Hello gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And guys, in today's video I want to talk to you all about SKYFORGE. However, if you want to stay up to date on all things SKYFORGE, make sure you are liking today's video and subscribing to the channel if you are new, and let's go ahead and get on into today's topic. So, this is going to be a rough one. This is going to be a ride and a bit of a doozy, I'm not going to lie. And if you are a diehard SKYFORGE fan, good for you. This video is not here to discourage anyone. This is just my opinion. I am one guy on the internet, okay? I'm just going to throw that out there. But I'm just going to, talk to you guys about my opinions, my experiences, what I've dealt with and everything over the past few years, and, just throw that knowledge out there to try and help you make an educated decision. And this video is SKYFORGE a good MMO for you to play in 2024? Now, let's go ahead and talk about my history with SKYFORGE a bit. I've been playing SKYFORGE since 2017, and I have quit it several times on and off. I have restarted the game over on different platforms. I have played it on PlayStation 4, I have played it on Xbox, I have played it on Nintendo Switch. I have done things as simple as, running early game content with friends, getting them leveled up. And I have done things as big as, clearing some of the hardest raids and content in the game. I have had my full rounds of SKYFORGE. I have had plenty of it over the past several years. Now, is this an MMO that I would recommend you play here in 2024? Absolutely not. And the reason I'm going to prove to you guys that that this is some advice you should be adhering to, because I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I am a partner of my games, the people that publish the game SKYFORGE. I worked with them a lot of times with SKYFORGE, and I also work with them with another game of theirs called Hawked. My channel was based on SKYFORGE content for a long while. The algorithm for YouTube still screws me to this very day for not covering SKYFORGE content. There are a few key MMOs that I can cover on my channel that would get me more views and more subscribers at that. And because these games aren't doing as well as they should and players deserve better, I don't cover them. So, just so you know, I am doing myself a disservice by not covering this game and telling you that you shouldn't play this game. I'm doing myself no favors. Number one, saying that probably pisses the publisher off, okay? And I am partnered with the publisher. It gets me less YouTube views and it gets me less subscribers. I could instantly make my channel a bit more successful right now if I covered SKYFORGE regularly. But the problem is I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy how things are going with the game. I don't like the direction that the developers are taking with the game. I don't appreciate nothing that's going on with it. And the dungeon run and the gameplay you are seeing in the background is a prime example of, a partial problem in the game. Now, no offense to the person that's playing with me or anything like that, but if you are a new player, chances are this is what's going to happen to you a lot if you decide to run content in SKYFORGE. You're going to go into Alienor in the main hub city. You're going to LFG for a certain dungeon or instance, and you're going to get carried by some guy, who's souped up in god form, got a billion different signs and sigils on and stuff like that, destroying everything. You can't even keep up, and you have no idea what's going on. SKYFORGE in the current state it's in, and this goes for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. I'm confident Nintendo Switch and PlayStation probably have a little bit more of a player base, but even on PC, from what I know, for the most part, the game on every single platform is mostly just composed of the hardcore pantheons. And if you don't know, pantheons are basically the game's version of guilds. It's basically just composed of the hardcore guilds who just love running the content in the game regularly. Now, the game has an ongoing seasonal model. However, once you have ran every single invasion one time, it's literally just repeats of some of the same old content that you've done over and over again. So, for example, right, let's say you guys play your regular MMO. Let's say you're a Final Fantasy 14 or a World of Warcraft player, right? The first two really big dungeons that came out in Final Fantasy 14 were Wanderer's Palace and Amdapor Keep. Let's say 14 had a seasonal model where, every 90 days there was a new season. Well, imagine if, right, every 90 days when the new season came up, they just bumped up the gear score of Amdapor Keep and Wanderer's Palace instead of actually giving you brand new content. That's how SKYFORGE works with its seasons or invasions, whichever you like to call them. The only thing that they have done additionally with SKYFORGE and different is they've added a new battle pass system, which really ain't even new. It's been in the game for a few years now, but that's literally the only new content they've been adding to the game. A couple years back, they added a few new dungeons, and I think there was even one more raid added, but other than that, nothing. Now, the game has a good variety of classes, and they are all very unique takes on classes that are out there. Like, for example, SKYFORGE's version of a bard, it's like this electric guitar playing madman and stuff like that. They have some really cool take for classes like that, and that's another thing that makes me angry about this game. The developers have done so many unique and cool things right, but the direction they take with it is just silly. Like, for another example, the game is pay to win when it doesn't need to be. They have a cash shop in the game. You want to know how it works? The stuff you need to level up your character and power up your character more costs money. The cosmetics can be earned in game. Now, what does that sound like to you guys, right? That literally just sounds like the cash shop concept is backwards. Why not sell the cosmetics for cash and let you be able to earn the power-ups for your character? Now, they have some decent systems in here, where like the in-game currency can be earned through gameplay and stuff like that. Granted, very slowly, but it's just, it's not fair. Not to mention the game's catch-up system for new players is absolutely terrible because the game has a infinite level cap that just keeps on increasing. Like, players right now, they're average on probably a level of roughly 500 or higher. The character you guys see me using in the game right now is roughly around level 470, 475. The person that's running this dungeon with me, I believe they're a bit over 500 or something like that. And the caps for for the leveling and everything, it increases every single season, which isn't a problem, but build a system where new players can catch up to it pretty easily, so that way the veteran players have more players to run the veteran content with. But I don't know why they don't do that. And then, not to mention, a lot of the game's earlier content now, it's literally restricted where you have to run it solo. Like, me and my fiance, we were trying to get my son into the game and, let him try it out and see if he liked it for himself. Like, despite how I feel about this game, I will always try and introduce somebody to it, just here and there, because regardless, the game has my heart. The game means something to me. It's helped me a bit through my YouTube journey, and I care a lot about this game. That's one other reason I'm making this video. But I can't sit here and recommend this to people when the developers just make dumb decisions. And I'm just going to flat out say it. No decision made with this game is smart. Every single decision made with this game is just about pretty much making money, or just giving veteran players something else to do in some weird fashion that doesn't make sense. Like, they'll always try and find new ways to monetize it, but they're never, on board with adding new content and stuff like that. And apparently, I've gotten some word and rumors, I don't know how true this is, that they've been ignoring their community for a while. I did just read an article recently where the developers finally came out and said that, they do have more plans for SKYFORGE. The game's not completely dead or things like that. It's just, this one's a really rocky one. If SKYFORGE is a game you want to try and invest your time in, I would definitely just be cautious about it. And I wouldn't recommend spending money until you're really invested. You're really sure you get a taste of everything that this game has to offer. And you say to yourself, all right, this is something I want to play for, long term. If you do want to play it long term, my honest suggestion, find the most popular Pantheon on whichever platform you're playing. Get involved with them immediately. And that's going to give you the best experience with it. Because if you try doing this solo or on your own or joining a small group that's not up there, you're going to have a very rough time. And just because of the dwindling player base and how this game works, that's just the reality of it until, you know, the devs wake up, realize what they have, and make the needed changes. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you still playing SKYFORGE? Did you just recently find my video and you were wondering about the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like button. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.